Hey everybody, it's Mr. Morrell here, and we're going to talk about homework assignment 3.1, which covers ordered pairs. Now, I hope that you're at the point where you feel like this is silly to do this homework assignment, because this is stuff you guys have covered for years. But it's so important to everything we're going to do for the next couple of months that we, as a department, decided it was good to have this video. But then, if you're watching this video, maybe it's because you need a little extra help with it, so that's what we're here for. Let's go ahead and talk about these level 1 questions. It says here, well, it gives this lovely paragraph at the beginning that we are looking for relationships, and that's going to be the theme for the next couple of months. We're looking for relationships between two numbers, and usually one way to show that is just by writing an ordered pair. That's how we group one pair of numbers together. So our job is to match each ordered pair here in this row with one of these options down here. Now, I kind of gave a hint a couple of assignments ago about it was with definitions, and usually it's smarter to read the definition and then match it to the word rather than the other way around. Same kind of a thing here. I think it's easier to kind of look at these, decide what ordered pair is being shown, and to match that with the ordered pair in the numbered questions. So let's look here. Just a reminder that ordered pairs are always written like this. We've got two numbers with parentheses and a comma in between them. The x number is right here, and the y number is right there. If the x number is positive, on a graph, it would mean that we would go to the right from the origin and to the left if it was negative. Okay, so this is positive and negative. And then for y numbers, we go up for positive numbers. That seems pretty normal, and down for negatives. So I mentioned that because, like I said, with ordered pairs, we always start at the origin, at the 0, 0 point right here. And we need to go to the left and right first. So it looks like we're going to the left 3 and up 2. Since we went to the left 3, we know our x number is going to be negative 3, and we went up 2, so our y number is positive 2. Okay, so that looks like it matches with number 4. So 4 is A. Well, B is really easy. It tells you x is 3 and y is negative 2, and so that's the way it's written. This kind of seems like a trick question. Some students might have written it like this, but that would not be correct. So we want to stick with 3, negative 2, and it looks like that matches with number 3. All right, let's look at option C. Option C, if we start at the origin to find this ordered pair, it looks like it is back 2, so the x number is negative 2, and then up 3. So negative 2, 3. And hopefully it's really easy to see. Tables are awesome because they basically are the ordered pairs listed out there. And so number 1 is D. So there we go. There was level 1 stuff. Let's go on and move to level 2. Sorry, 1 second. Level 2. Either we are given the ordered pair like we have in number 5, or maybe we're given a table, or maybe we're given a graph. We need to fill in the other two representations, so that's what we're going to do now. So let's start with question 5. It's really easy to fill this stuff in the table, and at this point in time, I don't even care about the order that you write it. Well, do I? I'll care for a second. I don't remember how I have it on the answer keys, but, well, yeah, okay, so this is important. I'm going to be picky about this. We want to put the x numbers in order from least to greatest, okay? This is just good, etiquette. It's good math etiquette is how I say it. So negative 4 is the smallest x number, then negative 2, and then 5. Now, we don't want to put the y numbers in order necessarily. We just want to match the y numbers up with the x numbers. So negative 4 matches with 3. Negative 2 matches with 0. And 5 matches with 2. Now, let's just go ahead and put these dots on the graph. For negative 4, 3, well, yeah, that means we need to go back 4 and up 3 from the center of the graph, okay? So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to count. You can't really see me doing it right now. Well, what does this button do? Oh, hey, look, I can point at things. We are all learning so many great things. Okay, so I'm going to start here at the origin, and I want to go back 4, and then up 3. And it's going to put a dot right there. Give me a second, I'll put a dot. Back 4, up 3. 1 dot needs to go right there. All right, then for our next point, we could do back 2 and up 0. Okay, so I'm going to start at the middle like this, and I'm going to go back 2 and up 0. That should give us our next dot. And then we're going to go to the right 5, and then up 2. There's a dot right there. And that's how we make a graph of those ordered pairs. Okay, I think you can handle number 6 on your own. Let's go ahead and do number 7. Number 7, I'm going to start by writing the ordered pairs. And so we're going to just kind of count it out. If we start at the origin, right there. I don't know how to turn this thing. How do you turn it? I don't know. This is kind of fun, though. Okay, so if we start right here at the origin, we're going to go back 2 and down 3. So that dot right there has the ordered pair of -2, -3. Sorry that's ugly, but hopefully you can write it better on your paper. All right, for our next dot, we are going over 0 and down 5. So that ordered pair would be 0, 5. And finally, we're going to go over 4 to the right and up 1. So our final ordered pair is 4, 1. Now we just need to put that in the table. Again, it's best etiquette to put them in order of your x numbers. So -2 is an x number, 0, and then 4. And then I want to match up my y numbers. So -3 goes with the -2, 5 goes with the 0, and 1 goes with the 4. All right, let's go on to the backside. The backside gives you the story of the tortoise and the hare, and it has this graph. And so I'm kind of trying to test your ability to read a graph, to find ordered pairs, things like that. Okay, so if you look here, the straight line is the tortoise. Remember, the tortoise was slower but steady. And we've got a bunch of different things going on here. The hare changes speeds a lot, and there's a lot of interesting things that line up with the tortoise and the hare story. We're only going to go over a couple of these questions because it's important to me that you level 3 students are able to read these things, look at a graph, and figure it out on yourself. So question 8 says, the hare gave the tortoise a head start. How long of a head start did the tortoise have? Well, if we look here, you can see that for the first, 1 hour? Because here's 2 hours here, and it was halfway that. The hare was not moving at all. So we know that the hare gave the tortoise a 1 hour head start. Let's look at question 11 now. 11. How long did it take the hare to complete the race? We need to include the head start time and the resting time. Okay? So even though he maybe wasn't traveling this entire time, we still, the timer started, and we want to include all of that time. Well, it looks like the hare, the race started right here at time 0, and the hare finished over here. We got to figure out what that is. So if we're looking at our lines, let's look at this here. That's 2 hours time, which means that 2 of these lines is going to be 1 hour. And we kind of saw that right there too. And it looks like another line in between is going to be a half hour. So this is 6 hours. That would be 7 hours right here. So it looks like, to me, the hare took 6.5 hours to complete the race. All right, now I'm going to answer part of question 14 for you. Let me see. So it says here, here's a good hint in this box, that, a way to find average speed is you need to take the total distance traveled and divide that by the total amount of time. So we're going to kind of be making a fraction looking thing, or a division question. Well, we just barely talked about how the total time was 6.5 hours. So now we got to go up and look at how much distance was traveled. So let me kind of erase some of this stuff. Well, it looks like started at 0 miles, and the race stopped up here at 30 miles. So 30 miles seems about right. So the hare traveled 30 miles in 6.5 hours. And so the average speed, if we plug that into our calculator, is about 4.6 miles per hour. All right, good luck with those other questions. Just make sure you're looking at the graph carefully, deciding what the x value represents, what does the y value represent, and you'll be totally fine. All right, good luck with your problem.